Hello, I'm Peter Biermeier, Project Manager for Granite Peak Ski Area's proposed development expansion. I'd like to spend a few brief minutes reviewing the expansion plans and walking you through some of the benefits, advantages, and economic impacts this expansion will have on the local community. Let me begin by saying that Rib Mountain State Park has been home to skiing since the early 1930s, and it was the residents of our community nearly 90 years ago who pushed very strongly to have Rib Mountain State Park be the home to the best skiing in Wisconsin. In fact, back then, most of the park's land was devoted to downhill skiing. Today, Granite Peak serves as the area's most significant tourism driver and one of the most important components to Marathon County's economic livelihood. Already, the economic impact to the local economy totals $27 million annually. But that's all going to change with a very small proposed expansion. How significant will that change be? Forecasts show a $54 million annual economic impact that filters down to hotels, retail shops, convenience stores, restaurants, bars, entertainment venues, and of course an additional 190 new jobs. With 133,000 skiers enjoying the Wausau area each ski season because of Granite Peak, and 29,000 hotel rooms reserved as a result, the expansion could add tens of thousands of more visitors and a substantial increase in hotel room reservations to the mix. Again, all based on a relatively modest expansion to the ski hill that would leave a very small carbon footprint. These economic gains are a safety net to the residents of Marathon County, an insurance policy, if you will, for a vibrant tourism effort that the other 71 counties in Wisconsin would embrace if they only had the chance. And all of this without any requests for corporate tax credits, local government assistance, or other allowances. The loss of an economic engine like Granite Peak is a valid concern. In the 1980s, there were 800 ski areas, but through consolidation, a lack of capital improvements, and in some cases, an inability to expand, the number of ski areas now totals 470, most of which are located on government land and are much larger than Granite Peak. In order to maintain its economic impact in Marathon County, the ski operation at Granite Peak must expand, be relevant, and remain vibrant. The proposed expansion would be limited to an area of the park that's not conducive to passive recreation. The small western expansion would utilize land that sees low current use and has limited access, and would turn it into easier ski runs that are needed to attract skiers and snowboarders, and their families looking for beginner and intermediate ski runs. We fully understand that this expansion is likely to bring more traffic to the immediate area, and that's why we're working closely with local officials to promote safe vehicular traffic through the possibility of new turning lanes and heightened use of directional signage. As for other matters regarding the expansion, Granite Peak's ownership and management has been committed to implementing stormwater management best practices when developing the new runs and detention ponds. And this includes hiring a top-notch engineering firm specializing in these practices to develop the plan. To this end, we're also working with the Rib Mountain Sanitary District to ensure that no forced sewer and water hookups will be required of neighbors as part of any utility service extensions to the hill. Finally, I can tell you that the strong sense of environmental stewardship at Granite Peak goes beyond what is normally seen in our industry. For instance, this year we have installed new snowmaking equipment that utilizes innovative oscillating spray heads mounted on pedestals that require less water and less machine running time. Also, we're in the process of replacing our metal halide lights used for night skiing with encapsulated solid amalgam models that reduce each fixture's energy use from 1,000 watts down to 300 watts. The new lighting will be diffused and complies with dark sky guidelines. We are doing our very best to provide the premier skiing experience in the Midwest, our best to properly manage the proposed expansion while listening intently to the neighbors and the residents of Marathon County, and of course, our very best to not just maintain, but to enhance the economic impact we have on our local community. Thank you.